Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Weekly Chat. Today we talk about how the content creation wars will help your condo prices go up. Watch now. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Weekly Chat. Alex Wilson, team lead of alexjwilson.com, and of course Kyle DeVigi, director of operations at Remax Wealth Builders Real Estate. And today we wanted to talk about a specific industry that is booming in Toronto, and it's the film, television, and digital. What do you think? What content creation? Call it content creation?
Yeah, digital streaming and content generation.
Content generation here in the city of Toronto. And Kyle, why don't you jump in? I know you took some great notes about some highlights of that industry and what's going on in Toronto.
Yeah, absolutely. And the industry is absolutely booming right now, and it's mainly because of Netflix. You know, think back 10 years ago, Netflix didn't really exist. They were just coming onto the scene as a streaming service. Now, they're one of the biggest and best creators of original new content, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Wait, I'm a Netflix subscriber, are you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And over 50% of Ontario homes have a Netflix subscription, which is unbelievable. Most of my friends and colleagues now don't even have cable subscriptions, or they only have it because of sports. So, digital subscription services and this video content is becoming, it is completely mainstream and becoming more and more popular. And Netflix is really pushing the envelope in this respect. In 2019, they spent $15 billion on content creation, which is absolutely amazing. And they've continued to increase spending by about 30% since 2015. And the CEO has even said that they want to take it up quite a bit from here. So that means they're going to be spending more money, investing more and more into the content and services that they provide.
And that's just Netflix.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Now, what happens with the other guys? Amazon Prime and Disney, HBO, they need to keep up with Netflix.
Which I will say, I'm subscribers to all those as well.
And right now there's a huge race to get subscribers because everyone's worried about fatigue, where you're not going to have 4, 5, 6 subscription services. You're going to have 1, 2, maybe 3 pushing it out there, and you're going to have to pick the best ones. So everyone right now is racing to get as many eyeballs as they possibly can, and that means they're all spending a lot of money on content creation.
And not just spending on the content creation. They're spending on content creation, but then it comes, okay, where am I filming the content? So your top 2 areas of production wise are Los Angeles and New York. Number 3 is Toronto. And because there is such a booming demand for this content creation, that means more studio space is required. Talent, beyond just the actor talent, but talent, the actual behind the scenes talent, the key grip, the production coordinators.
Yeah, lighting, sound, production, everything that goes into it that you don't see behind the scenes is a complete industry in itself, aside from the actors and people actually on screen.
Which Toronto has a great infrastructure of those individuals and of the studios as well. We all watch Handmaid's Tale, or we've heard of Handmaid's Tale, and we're always watching like, oh, there's a Toronto scene, there's a Hamilton scene, there they are.
I love doing that.
Yeah, and that is an amazing show, and they're able to film that here, A, because of the scenes that they're able to film it, but B, because we have the infrastructure and the talent to produce high quality programming like that.
And we're very affordable compared to the US, 76 cents around there to the dollar. So their money can go a lot further in Toronto. Plus LA and New York, the production services are really filling up. They're pretty much at capacity. So the next spillover is naturally Toronto. We can service them, and we're equipped to do that.
And even beyond that, Filmport Studios, which is expanding right now, and I think we did a video on that, or we've talked about that before, but Filmport Studios is expanding. That's in the studio district, just in the east side of Toronto by the DVP. That Filmport Studio is the largest soundstage in North America. So that allows us also to get the big blockbuster productions as well. So Pacific Rim was filmed here, Star Trek Discovery filmed here as well. And that is also the studio infrastructure that we have in place here in Toronto West.
It's kind of amazing, Netflix, how big it's gotten, because for a lot of feature films, you hear stars about making multi-million-dollar contracts. There are many actors now on Netflix making $1 million an episode, or episodes being created that cost $10, $20 million each. Each of them are essentially mini movies that are being created.
Oh yeah, you look at the budgets for Game of Thrones, you look at the budgets for Watchmen. I'm on HBO shows right now, but any of those top tier programming shows that you like, cornerstone shows in these productions. Stranger Things, I don't know the salaries are, but I'm sure they're high because it's a staple of Netflix that you all go in and watch that. You will subscribe to Netflix just so you can watch Stranger Things, for example. Yeah, there's huge production quality in those.
Yeah, absolutely. And with all that money and required services, that means jobs. And in Ontario, they figure about 37,000 jobs are created by the film industry. And with it continuing to grow, with Netflix and these other services continuing to spend more and more money on it, could mean another 10,000 jobs coming to Ontario, and good paying jobs as well.
And that's where content creation it's still going up, because now you get Netflix exists, but then you have the other players, as Kyle mentioned, the Prime, the Disney, what other ones out there?
Yeah, Apple, HBO, even NBC, Apple, CBS, yeah, they're all starting streaming services.
They all need content creation. So they're in the ramp up stage of their content creation. They're all trying to compete with Netflix, which does have a large stable of titles already. So now they have to ramp up their spending, create the content creation. So as Kyle said, that leads to more jobs, and that's not going away because their subscriptions are going to be based on content driven. It's not about advertising revenue anymore. It's all about content to get the subscriptions to these films and movies and everything like that. And then even beyond, if you've read the case studies on Disney's entry into the streaming service, it's not even the streaming capabilities, the revenue, that recurring revenue of streaming that they're looking at. Their bigger play is actually their theme parks and the Disney brand and all the merchandising that comes with the Disney universe. So they're able even to use their streaming ability, that infrastructure wise, take a hit on that recurring revenue because they can push those eyeballs to their branding wise and everything like that. So you have multiple layers of revenue streams coming up. The hook is the content. Where they get you after that, they'll find their different revenue streams.
Absolutely.
And then that, again, all leads to more jobs. And why that's applicable to Toronto, more jobs, more investment. We're going to be well over $2 billion in production spend in Toronto this year. That number is looking to increase with the content creation wars, let's call them. And then even beyond that, it shows that Toronto is not a one-trick pony. We've talked about it being the head office capital. We've talked about all the jobs and all the office development, but we are number 3 in production for film and TV in North America. So you have the film and TV industry as well. There are many, many, many industries in the Toronto area, even if we're not going to talk about it today, but you saw tourism this week where Ontario is promoting tourism, $10.3 billion in related revenue that you can look at for Toronto-wise. And that surprised me because I didn't know we had such a cool city to visit. It's a great city to live in, but now people are actually coming here and enjoying what we have with being multicultural and having all the restaurants and everything like that. Now people want to come out and check out the scene that's coming in Toronto. We are not a one-trick pony. And when you're not a one-trick pony, that's great news for your real estate industry.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So before I go on another tangent, we should probably leave it there, right?
I think so.
Okay. So for everyone, alexjwilson.com and Remax Wealth Builders Real Estate. If you're interested in building generational wealth and financial freedom, reach out to one of us. We're looking forward to help you out and show you why Toronto is a place to invest. Okay, guys. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Bye.